Okay, so in many cases, people are looking for a subject to property and they're not seeing that much being available off market. In those cases, I recommend looking for a couple of potential options that you could explore. Number one of them is going to be currently available on market properties that are being advertised as available with an assumable loan. In that particular case, in most cases, the owners are looking for somebody to assume their loan, and they're going to get the payoff in cash. So as you can see, it's a pretty much the same situation as with sub-2, only in that case, they hope that the loan will transfer into the new buyer's name and not stay in their name. But they're already ready for the structure as a whole, and they're open to not selling straight up. They're open to this creative way. It just there is a small tweak, small difference between traditional assumable loan and subject to. So, in my opinion, overlooking those people who might be trying to sell but cannot is really ignoring a new source of potential properties. Let's take a look at what we have in here. So, for example, all of these homes are, so what I asked for is 400,000 minus, which could still be a good potential for cash flowing rentals. No HOAs. So I specifically said no HOAs. If we'll allow HOAs in, you could potentially have a lot more properties available, and then assumable loans. What I would like to kind of note that if you are interested in sub twos, but you're not seeing anything on the market that you consider to be good location, connect with me. Let me take a look at what's currently available with assumable mortgages, and I do have a script in mind that could potentially allow us to convince the seller to leave the loan in his name, because that would be a fairly small logical step from what they originally planned to do to our plan, compared to them thinking about selling and us convincing him to do sub two. Obviously, this would be an easier conversation. So anyhow, just wanted to demonstrate to you the wider availabilities of property that are just like one tiny little small step away from being a sub two. Now, the one thing that you do need to keep in mind in this case is that they're probably going to be a little bit more expensive than off market, because you do have an agent involved in the transaction. That agent expects to be paid, and also anything that's on the market that they could potentially be looking for 100 or 110% of the retail value. But let's take a look. Those property that's been in the market for over, let's just say, um, 30 days are going to be more amenable to reducing their price and doing a sub two versus an assumable loan than those that been in the market for fewer days. As you can see, even after we screened out everybody who's been in the market for less than 30 days, we still have a pretty good chunk of properties to call potentially and to see if they would be open to doing sub two. So I'm kind of looking at good areas right here. So what do we have in terms of interesting areas? Morphine, Saxy is interesting. So we have a couple right next to the airport. So that's a good area right next to the airport. Could potentially be good midterm rentals right here. Short-term / midterm rentals. Arlington is excellent location as usual. Grand Prairie. And then we also have, again, anything close to the airport, you should consider it as a potential for a midterm rental with good cash flow. Anyhow, just wanted to kind of run the idea of calling up properties with assumable mortgages and seeing if they would be, if they could be, if their agents could be amended to discuss the possibility with the buyers, with their sellers. That's all for now. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys in the next video.